Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an experiment I've been thinking about for a while, testing Cassia and Amla to see if those herbal powders really affect hair color and condition differently. Some people say Amla gives a cooler tone to the hair, while Cassia is known for golden highlights. But is that really true? In this video I decided to test both side by side by applying Cassia on one half of my hair and Amla on the other, so we can see if there is any visible difference in color or effect. If you are curious which herbal treatment gives better result, keep watching till the end. A while ago, I already tested Cassia to see if it can lighten the hair and give golden tones, especially when mixed with lemon juice. That video is already on my channel and I will leave the link in the description if you would like to check it out for the results. I also did a separate video testing Amla powder on my hair and I got questions from you whether it changes the hair tone by making it cooler. That question actually inspired me to make this entire experiment. Let's start with the Cassia mask. I mixed the powder with warm water and added a few spoons of lemon juice to get a smooth paste. I personally like it a bit more runny because it's much easier to apply. Once it was ready, I covered the mix and let it sit overnight at room temperature, which helps activate the dye molecules and enhances the effect. The next morning, I prepared the Amla mask. This one is a bit different. It doesn't need as long to release its properties. You can apply it straight after mixing or just let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. I mixed the powder with warm water until I got a similar smooth consistency as the Cassia paste. Since applying those masks evenly on my own head isn't always super precise, I also prepared 3 hair samples to get a closer side-by-side comparison. The one marked with orange is for Cassia mix, the red one is for Amla treatment, and the blue one is my control sample. I applied the Cassia mix to the hair sample, making sure every strand was fully covered, on both sides and in between. Then I wrapped the sample in foil. I did the same with the Amla treatment, applying it on the other sample and wrapping it as well. I placed both samples inside a winter hat, and to mimic the scalp heat, I use a hot water bottle and place it under the hat. I also covered the hat with a winter scarf to keep the warmth in for as long as possible. Those samples will stay like this for the next 4 to 5 hours. Time to apply the mask to my hair. I brushed my hair and parted it down the middle. I washed my hair the day before, skipped conditioner, and only finished with a vinegar rinse. I started with the Cassia mix on the right side of my head. I tried to apply it evenly, but it's a bit tricky to do it perfectly on your own, especially at the back. Then I moved on to the left side and applied the Amla paste. Once everything was on, I wrapped my whole head in foil and then placed a towel to keep the warmth in and help the herbs work better. After about 4 hours, it was time to rinse everything out. I used only warm water, no shampoo. Herbal masks like those continue to work even after rinsing. They strengthen and condition the hair over the next 1 to 3 days. If your hair feels dry afterward, you can use a conditioner or hair mask. I just used an apple cider vinegar rinse and left my hair to dry naturally. Here is how my hair looked just before the treatment. I also decided to film my hair in the sunlight so the color can be more visible. The next clips are one day after rinsing out both Cassia and Amla. And as you remember, Cassia was on the right and Amla on the left. I only used vinegar rinse at the end and I let my hair air dry. I'm not sure if there is any visible difference compared to how my hair looked before the treatment. If anything, it might be a little smoother and shinier. I also don't see any noticeable color difference between the two sides. And here are the clips of my hair 4 days after using Cassia and Amla. I washed it with shampoo and finished with an apple cider vinegar rinse without using any conditioner. I noticed a big improvement in how smooth and silky it felt. The shine was more noticeable and the hair felt more healthier compared to before. But as for the color difference between the two sides, honestly, I still didn't see any. Both sides had those nice golden shiny highlights. Let's take a closer look at the hair samples. One day after rinsing, you can already see how shiny and conditioned they look. However, I don't see any changes in color between Cassia and Amla samples at this stage. And now you are seeing how the hair looks 4 days after applying the Cassia and Amla treatments. I washed it with shampoo and finished with an apple cider vinegar rinse with no conditioner. The texture and shine improved, but again, I don't see any difference in color between the two samples. I also filmed the same hair samples in sunlight, so any color difference may be easier to spot. And as you can see, the samples treated with Cassia and Amla both appear to have a slightly warmer tone compared to the untreated control sample. The difference isn't dramatic, especially since my hair already has a natural golden hue, but I think it's visible. However, once again, I don't see any real difference in color between the Cassia and Amla samples. So what did I learn from this experiment? Both Cassia and Amla are amazing as natural hair conditioners. They made my hair incredibly smooth, shiny, and silky to the touch. In my previous Amla video, I also noticed a lot more volume and some nice waves on my hair, especially when I scrunch my hair upside down while drying. This time I only brushed my hair and let it dry, so that may be why the wave-enhancing effect wasn't as visible. One small difference I noticed is that Cassia gave a little more shine than Amla, but is subtle. Cassia can also give a stronger golden tint if mixed with more lemon juice, like I showed in my previous Cassia experiment. Amla, on the other hand, didn't seem to affect the color at all, but it does reduce frizz and can enhance curls when the hair is styled that way. And I have to say, I love the smell of both herbs. Amla smells like dried berries, while Cassia has a strong herbal scent that actually stays on the hair even after washing it with shampoo. Let me know in the comments if you found this experiment helpful or interesting, and tell me if you have ever used Cassia or Amla on your hair. Did you have a similar experience or maybe something totally different? I would love to hear your opinion. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of my future experiments and DIY natural beauty recipes. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!